with this thing called intimacy and vulnerability. I'm struggling with it, and it's affecting my marriage. My marriage has gotten better. We've gotten better rhythms, but I still know that part of intimacy is vulnerability. It comes up often, and if I'm being honest, it scares me. Now, when I'm referring to intimacy, I'm not talking about sex. I think that could be a byproduct, could be of it, but intimacy as in sharing what I really feel about everything. Stuff between me and my wife, stuff between me and people who've hurt me, and definitely stuff between me and my internal stuff, which is really me. Now here is something that flows through my mind. Even with doing therapy for a little while now, unpacking some things, removing some layers, getting some solutions. Some days you feel like, man, I'm doing all right. Like I'm opening up more, I'm saying more, I'm not shutting down as much. I used to shut down and it would be like weeks. And then it went from shutting down to being weeks to being days. And then now it's gone from days to a couple hours. Of course, I want to get that down, but I'm learning to give myself compassion and grace as I navigate what it means to just be vulnerable and intimate with my wife. Something that was just in my head. Like I realized growing up, I never got hugs. I never saw a healthy marriage. I never saw healthy conflict. It always ended with someone leaving or not talking again. And I'm not using any of those things as an excuse. I'm just noticing that it's a little harder for me to find language for what I feel. I started using the feelings wheel, and I realized that as a man, I don't think we were ever encouraged intentionally to share what we feel and then not being corrected immediately for feeling that way, or sharing what we feel and not being immediately immediately the other person saying, well, you can't feel that way, you don't deserve to feel that way because I feel that way. So for me, the feelings wheel is beginning to help, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle leading without sometimes having the language to say, hey, I'm really sad about this thing that just happened. Because part of me is fighting to say, I shouldn't be sad about that. You know, I used to be thinking that I shouldn't be sad about anything because there's people in the world who have it worse than me. There's kids walking hours to school. There's people living underneath bridges, so I should never feel sad. And that mentality has messed me up too. The thing about having language for what you feel is something that I'm working on. Or just saying it messy. I can't beat myself. I told my wife the other day, I can't beat myself up about not mastering this thing yet. I want to badly. I wish it happened faster, but sometimes those emotional scars, or sometimes that emotional muscle doesn't work the same way as, regular reps in life, in business, or in education and things like that.